It's the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's on 101.9, 100.5, 1450, WGNSSports.com, and Big G TV.
Back here on the Coach's Show, and we're brought to you by Ideas Tees. They'll be happy to help you fulfill all of your imprinted apparel, embroidery, and advertising specialty needs. Find out more at ideastees.com. Blackman boys basketball coach Barry Wortman joins me here this morning. His squad off to a 14-3 start, and last night played a district game against Stewart's Creek. Won that game by a final of 54-45. We had it for you here on radio and video. Coach, good morning.
Morning, Brian. Good
to have you. It was fun seeing your bunch. We had both games this week, and, it's hard for me to believe. I talked to Michael Voss about this earlier. I didn't really know how I felt about the four-game regions. I really didn't know how I felt about you not being with the Murfreesboro group, and there's probably some of that with you, but the fact that we're playing the other region, and you're playing a lot of those other teams twice, I kind of like it.
Well, it's funny you say that, Brian. We've treated, for the first time ever, we've always had you win on the road, it's a +1. You win at home, it's a 0. You -1 for a road loss. And for the first time ever, we have not put our district schedule on our board for our guys. We treating it like a region. So we're very advanced scouting. We treating everybody the same, and we feel like we can take advantage of that because it really becomes a region tournament. So other than your district tournament, setting up your seating for the region, we're just treating it like a region in our and so. That's how we're approaching it, and I think our kids are identifying with my approach to it, and got some good teams in this region, and that's how we'll move forward.
Well, I mean, I think every team in Murfreesboro is probably your rival, but initially, a lot of Blackman 25 years ago, 26 came from Riverdale, and that's always been a pretty good rivalry. But for that not to be a game where you play a couple of regular season games and go in the postseason and have to play through them eventually in the region and stuff like that. So I think we've done a good job, despite the fact that the county was kind of broken up, and I think it may serve us better down the road.
Well, it's yet to be seen, and we'll see how it shakes out. But our approach to trying to survive and advance in tournament play is making sure we have a good identity to all our teams, and that's sort of how we try to approach it.
Last night, final 54-45 over a good Stewart's Creek bunch, and you had to survive and advance, like you say, against a Smyrna team, and that was an interesting game. You guys had to claw back, and we're behind a lot of that game, right?
Yeah. It's when you get into that district play and guys know each other, and I thought we did a nice job of just sort of trying to stay in that game and find a way to win. We got a tough, connected group of guys, and it's not surprising to us. I think our guys understand. At least we try to approach it that way, that our guys understand, man, you've got to play to a standard every night, and every game has its own identity, and disappointed that we didn't play better offensively, but I thought Smyrna had a lot to do with it. And again, last night, a heck of a hoop game last night, and I'm so proud of our guys for trying to play to a standard.
You had, when you think about Blackman, I think it starts with Jalen McDonald, but I've seen Mike Bass have a way above average game, and of course, Flowers is Flowers. You have, his name's slipping my mind here right now. Keller Jackson. My point is, you've got a group of lunch pail hard hat guys that come into work for you.
We really do. I think our guys, and it takes a while for guys to understand. We always like to say you don't score your way into the lineup. And you play with. There's so many values in a game. We watch a ton of tape, and our guys understand the value of the Braden Flowers pitches that ball ahead as well as anybody we've had. We've had some really good point guards, but he gets that ball out of his hand, pitches ahead for opportunities for other guys to score. And we box out extremely well. We're not a quick team. We're not really an oversized team other than Jalen. So having to hold our blockouts and release and get balls. I think we're a good cutting team. I think we pass and catch pretty well. Played that last game last night with 15 assists, 7 turnovers, so we do a lot of things that it pleases me to see that the guys appreciate the game of basketball and playing with great purpose. And you're right. I think all of our guys, hopefully, growing into the understanding that there's a lot of things that help you win, and we do a lot of things really well that help you win. It's not scoring the basketball.
Barry Wortman with us, Blackman boys basketball. It's after seeing a couple of games, Coach. It's kind of like you have two different teams. When Jalen is there, but when he's on the bench, you're smaller, maybe a little faster, so you play a little bit different. Is that a fair statement?
That's fair. I think your team has a personality, and we're I think we play at a little bit above medium pace. But obviously, the closer the games, the better when you can't overwhelm anybody. We're not going to overwhelm anybody, and you're defending in the half court and scoring in the half court. I think our team has a great identity. We play with great purpose, and we play through Jalen. But Braden Flowers going from the off guard to the point has really sort of found himself in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and his floor game's been really, really good. It's stabilized our team, and then collectively our guys are playing with great purpose.
Well, we already talked a little bit about Jalen McDonald, but had 16 and 10 last night in the win over Stewart's Creek. And earlier let's just take the January 9th game against Smyrna, had 18 points. Want to recognize him as an SRM Concrete solid performer. He does so much more than scoring for you, though. You make it really hard to get the ball inside the opponent with him on the defensive end.
Yeah. Again, just a complete team. We play with great purpose, and I'm just so proud of how our guys have really developed and identified who we are, and we have an identity, and that identity is rebound and defend and transition defense, and collectively sort of found ourselves in when those games get tough, it's obviously getting that ball in the goal to advance, and we're working hard toward that. We got some guys that are really making and developing our team, and I think in the next 2 or 3 weeks we're going to continue to get better.
Yeah, you've got that one guy or two guys that always seems to, when his number's called, he's going to go in there. And past couple of nights, I've been very impressed with Braylon Bailey.
Well, he's the most talented kid. He reminds me so much of Cedric Wilson, just a very talented, athletic young man. And he's a sponge. He's constantly listening. He's great in the film room. He's constantly listening, talking to Coach Phillips, Coach Bell, and asking questions. And his talent's out of this world. And he brings some things we can't do. And as he's going to change our team here in the next, hopefully this year. But his future's unreal. But yeah, he's a talented young man that can get it in the goal. You don't have to run action for him. He finds a way to get it in the goal. He's a great rebounder, two-handed rebounder, and he just brings great athleticism. On the other end of the spectrum, that Caden Avant just never makes a mistake. Yeah. Best post feeder on the team, best open shot maker, best charge taker, best jump switcher on our just so we have two guys that sort of play on that wing that are polar opposite, but one is just rock solid, one is on the come, and I'm just so proud of both of those guys and all of our team. You just mentioned Michael Bass. Ask him to handle that ball more as a secondary ball handler, and he just is grown so much in that area. And just a pleaser. He wants to please, and we just got a bunch of guys that are wanting to be on that left-hand column and the winning side of the scoreboard, and it's pretty cool when you can have that. Your culture's right, and as they keep me young. They enjoy each other, and it's really it's been. I don't know how far we can advance because, like everybody, we got some deficiencies, but it is going to be hard to put the uniforms away with this group because they're a connected and together group.
Yeah, and that's every group. I saw a post this week. Christian DeWitt was back and came back. Now, if I walked past him and I would have never recognized him from his clean-cut days at Blackman, but, to see guys come back and they're doing so well, that has to be kind of an inspiration to your current group of guys, to see.
Oh, it's amazing. 16 years, 20-win seasons, some 30-win seasons, never have a losing season. I mean, maybe the culture part from our coaching staff, but it's a bunch of really good basketball players that basketball has been very important to. And I'm just so proud. Juwan Jennings having an unbelievable game for the 49ers. Darius Thompson having about a 12-year unbelievable professional career, and I can go on and on. But they come back. We have an identity. I hear from them, and it's just so pleasing. And I know this current group will make their mark helping and growing young guys going future because they're just high character kids that love our program and want to give back as well.
Yeah, for everyone who said, "Wow, Juwan Jennings, what an arm!" I knew that.
No doubt. Great talent, but probably the toughest kid. Hard to coach through the week because he's just such a competitive kid and wants to be so good. But boy, for an hour and a half on Tuesday and Friday night, man, that's who you want in your corner. And we have a bunch of guys like that, just tough, competitive kids.
Yeah, the dunk in the state tournament, I'll never forget it. Every time I think of him, I think of that.
Well, everybody thought Memphis Hamilton was the class of that team. They were. They were
good.
Two pros, in a first round pick. But everybody. We thought they were playing for second. We had the 10 o'clock game, and we played out of our mind. Had to be in that game. And in that third quarter, when Juwan made that dunk, we thought we were going to win. Everybody else didn't. Everybody else thought they could win a state title because it was unbelievable how well we played in that game. But his moxie and his grit in that play, we went from wanting to win, we were going to win.
Yeah, he definitely. Good memories there and making good memories now. So I hope you get out and see the Blackman Blaze this coming Tuesday. You travel to Oakland for a region game. Then you've got Laverne on Friday. Then at Riverdale next Tuesday, the 27th, followed by Smyrna again on January the 30th. That's the next couple of weeks for the Blackman boys. Coach, appreciate you coming in this morning.
Thank you, Brian, for having me.
Absolutely. That is Barry Wortman, the head coach of the Blackman Blaze here on the Coaches Show, brought to you by Craig's Tax Service, specializing in personal and business tax preparation, financials, and bookkeeping services. Find out more at CraigsTaxService.com.
If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stays